of Sears are taking it on the chin today. The struggling department store announced plans on Tuesday to sell 5 Canadian locations for about 400 million Canadian dollars. Sears also says it could possibly spin off its Land's End business and sell the Sears Auto Centers business. Joining us on the phone is Brian Sozzi, CEO and Chief Equity Strategist of Belus Capital Advisors. He recently visited and took pictures of the state of his local Sears. Brian, what was your experience?
Well, I feel bad that I actually had to go to these Sears stores because it's a very depressing experience. That's my experience, but it's also what I hear from talking to consumers. When you go into a Sears store, and I'll give you a good social media sharing quote here from Sam Walton, retail stores are supposed to reflect customers' values, and what Sears is bringing to the table are the stores that are not stocked properly. You have lights out over above apparel sections. You have assortments that don't look right in the store, and you have dirty rugs in certain sections. And this is not me sensationalizing pictures. This is me going to the store and trying to bring to life what the consumers are seeing and try to tell a story why people are no longer shopping at Sears. It's because of the massive underinvestment in the store base over the past 10 years.
So are there any good parts to the Sears story right now? Appliances, for instance, real estate, brands. Is there anything good going on with this company?
All right, well, let's pick the zombie apart. You mentioned appliances. Now, growing up, when I was a kid growing up, Sears was the destination for electronics and appliances. Well, what do you have now? Because of this massive underinvestment, and a quick, I guess, Twitter stat here would be, they spent 1% of their revenue last year, Sears, on capital expenditures. That's embarrassing. For comparison, Macy's spent 3.5%. So you can tell the wide disparity of a company like Macy's getting it right and Sears doing it horribly wrong. But what's happening in appliances is you've had Best Buy now putting in more appliances, getting more brands. Home Depot and Lowe's have completely remodeled their appliance section, so they're losing share. Look what Best Buy's doing. They've reorganized the whole layout of their store to get more traffic. All these companies win. Who loses? Sears, which becomes more relevant in the mind of the consumer by the day.
Yeah, and another problem that is that Sears is another example of the trouble with the retail stores in general these days. Consumers aren't shopping at malls. Department stores specifically are bearing the brunt. Is the fate of Sears already in the tea leaves, or can it rebound?
Sears, I'm staying with this opinion. I'm 2 years into this call. In my lifetime, I do not believe Sears will be in business. You're going to see a continued degradation in how the business operates. You will see more asset sales. You will see something like a Land's End, which I think is massively overvalued. They will sell that off. They're selling their future to survive today. And why are they selling these assets off? It's because they need money to fund inventory for next year. They need money to keep their vendors at bay from sticking it to them in terms of prices and cratering the stock with what we have seen in many respects at JCPenney. So they're not living for the future. They're living for today, and in many respects living day to day.
All right. Thanks, Brian, for joining us. I'm Lori Kulikowski with The Street.